Hi, this is Rhiannon Snipe with my PhD Academy Award. The Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games are expected to be our hottest games on record, with ambient daily temperatures in the range of 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. The heat at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games is likely to have the greatest impact on the performance of endurance athletes competing in running, walking, triathlon and outdoor cycling events. One of the most common issues for these endurance athletes are gastrointestinal disturbances, which can affect up to 9 out of 10 athletes during competition. These gastrointestinal disturbances have been associated with reduced nutrition intake, impaired performance, and in serious cases can lead to withdrawal from competition or more serious health complications. The highest prevalence of gastrointestinal disturbances have been reported in endurance, running, and triathlon events held in the heat. However, no research had previously explored the impact of heat exposure during endurance exercise on gastrointestinal symptoms in conjunction with gastrointestinal integrity. There was also a lack of research identifying effective prevention strategies for exercise-induced gastrointestinal disturbances. My PhD aimed to address these research gaps through 4 studies. The first 2 studies explored the impact of heat exposure during 2 hours submaximal running on gastrointestinal and systemic outcomes. The subsequent 2 studies explored nutrition-based prevention and management strategies targeted at different causal mechanisms. So what are the key findings from these studies? Firstly, we found increased gastrointestinal damage and symptoms from running in the heat compared to temperate conditions, with greater disturbances in hotter conditions. Secondly, exercise-induced hypothermia was associated with these gastrointestinal disturbances, suggesting that core body temperature may be a contributing factor associated with the heat exposure. I subsequently conducted a study with cold water ingestion during running in the heat, which attenuated the rise in core body temperature, but only showed trends for a reduction in intestinal damage and upper gastrointestinal symptoms, which suggests that more aggressive cooling strategies may be required. A reduction in blood flow to the gastrointestinal tract is believed to be a key contributor to exercise-induced gastrointestinal disturbances, and my other prevention strategy aimed to address this through frequent carbohydrate or an energy-matched protein intake. These nutrients were both effective at reducing intestinal damage and permeability, but protein intake was not well tolerated, suggesting carbohydrate ingestion is more suitable. So what are the novel aspects of this research? Well, my PhD research was the first to establish a link between heat exposure and exercise-induced hypothermia with gastrointestinal symptoms and intestinal damage in athletes. It was also the first to show that frequent carbohydrate intake during exercise in the heat is the most effective prevention strategy, but may also be supported by cooling strategies where practical. These findings have implications for the health and performance of a large number of endurance athletes, team-based summer sports and athletes competing at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, and maybe the difference between a gold medal or a silver medal. Thank you.